Hi, and welcome to Tanya's Beauty Box. I am Tanya, and today we're gonna play and makeup. So, I posted a poll on my community tab to see what the next makeup look is going to be, featuring a specific makeup, well, eyeshadow palette. And I gave four choices to see which one you might like to see first. I think the first choice was the Sigma Cool Neutrals. Then the Too Faced Happily in Love. If anybody remembers that palette, I think it kind of showed up and disappeared. The Huda Beauty Empowered palette. And then I had gotten a Lancome, no, Estee Lauder quad called Getaway. Now, I don't know how many votes there were, but the overwhelming winner was the Huda Beauty Empowered palette. So, we're going to do this pattern. As you can see, has never been, well, I've looked at it, but I don't even think I've swatched this sucker. And all the palettes have not been used or anything like that. So, um, this will be a new to me palette. This seems to have some type of braille. I wonder if this is actually braille. It has some raised dots. I don't know if that's braille, but this is the Empowered palette. Now, I did not buy this when it first came out. I think I got this off the Ipsy Drop Shop, and I don't know why I bought it. I don't know why I bought this. Why did I buy it? I don't know. Most of her palettes don't really intrigue me. I have not the first one, but I think it's called Desert Dusk or I don't know. I didn't get her very first palette or the relaunched, reformulated palette or repackaged, whatever. But I got the second one that has a lot of purples and berry tones in it. But and then the palettes after that really didn't entice me. I did get a few of her little nine pan palettes, and then the next palette I got would be this. I only have these two. If I can get this to open. So let's get started. Taking off the glasses, of course, which means I can't what? See a thing. I have my triangle of lights going right here. And we're going to get started. The very first thing we're going to do is we're going to put on our Juicy Tube and Spring Fling from Lancome. It's going to be sheer. It does not have color at all, even though it's showing up pink. It probably would show up on someone that didn't have dark lips like me, or what they call pigmented lips. But putting it on for a little moisturization whilst I do my makeup. I have my two trusty little hair clips here to keep these little bangs out my face. Let's see. Probably need three to the side here. And then I pull the hair out. That defeats the purpose. My niece is here, so you might hear her in the background, but she was in the room with me. So just imagine if you hear her, she's all the way in the back in my room with a closed door. As she stayed in this room, you probably wouldn't be able to hear a thing I was saying. But she's been here since the weekend, since Valentine's weekend. And she had this week of school out, so I decided to keep her. And then I'll take her back Sunday so she can go to school next week. And then I'm going to pick her back up next weekend to make sure that I stay on my schedule with her. So let's get started. The very first thing we're going to put on, I'm not even sure if they make this anymore, but it's the IT Cosmetics Feel the Moment Skin Rejuvenating Hydrating Primer. So I'm not. They might still sell this on the IT Cosmetics website, but I'm just trying to use some things, and I have not used this in forever. Some things that I haven't used on camera before, just to, mix it up a little bit. It has a, I don't want to say menthol, but a eucalyptus type. It's supposed to be spa-like. It says, take a deep breath during application to fully experience. So it does have a slight spa scent to it. And so you're going to use that just to use it. And it did make the skin very smooth. I think it's going to be kind of close to the Lancome Le Base Pro, which is not, or even Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, which is basically nothing but silicone. That's all it is. But this is supposed to have some skin-loving ingredients in it. I think it was running about 50 bucks back in the day. Not sure what it is now, but it's a nice little thing. And I have used it, as you can see before. It's not, I have so much crap, probably as you do, that it's hard to get to this stuff all the time. Next, I know they don't make this anymore. Or do they? Probably in a different type of packaging or renamed or rebranded, reformulated. But this is the Sephora Beauty Amplifier Afterglow Primer and Luminizer in the shade. What is the shade? It has a shade. These came in like 3 shades, I think, back in the day. You could tell by the packaging. And it's, yeah, I don't know what color this is. If it, well, it has like a, of course I dropped something. Early in the video. But it has a, if you've ever seen Laura Geller's Champagne Spackle, or, who got it? Maybe even Danessa Myrick's Gummy Skin, some type of, glowing tint or something, but this is what it looks like. This is a very old product, but we're gonna use it anyway. Ooh, kind of goopy. Still smells good. So you see, it has like a little luminosity to it. So we're gonna use that because I said it before. I'll say it again. I have normal to dry skin, mostly normal, occasionally dry. I'll put a little bit more on. Get that shot a little bit. But I like to add luminosity or radiance when I can, but I don't want sparkles. This is going to give you more of a luminous sheen and or pearlized glow. And I got one that was closer to my skin tone, so it wouldn't be a cast or very bright. So you really don't see all that much by way of glow, but it does feel good on the skin. And I know I put it on, and I'm just using up stuff at this point. So that's that. Next, I know I talked before about the fact that one time I put on my concealer and then powder, and it like lifted some dry patches under my eyes. So now I think I told you guys that I was going to start applying as part of my, of course, as part of my skincare regimen and eye cream, but also as part of my makeup application. If it's not part, like right after my skincare, I'm going to apply a eye cream. This is the Lancome Renogy Dark Circle Correcting Eye Cream. It has, I think this has a tint to it. Nope. Nice little, it has a pink tint. But that's the consistency. I'm going to put that under the eye to kind of alleviate that dryness that I experience, and it won't lift the powder. So this will hydrate my under eye prior to concealer and powder application. Now, Smashbox used to make an under eye primer. I guess you could use the under eye corrector. Anything that's going to add a little bit of moisture to the under eye if it's really dry up under there. Like some people have very dry under eyes, and I think I do, but it has never like got patchy before, so I don't know what that was about. Next, we're gonna do it not the right way, the way I usually do it, but we're gonna take this. I got the wrong one. I do not want that. And because I don't want that one, we're gonna use this Cover FX in D2. This is the concealer, the long wear concealer from Cover FX. I'm going around the perimeter of the darkness into the bridge of the nose. Again, we're going to let that sit a little bit, but not too much, because this is the one that does not budge, while I find the brush I want to use with it. The handy dandy brush. Wipe it off a little bit. Alright. So, I think that's good. I didn't let it sit very well. This like really dries, and I don't want that effect that it won't move to happen again. So, again, I go up along the eye at an angle, up to the lash line, into the corner, and bring it down. And I'm mostly patting and brushing, as you can see. And bringing it down to feather it out. And that certainly, not it brightened, but also evened out. I go for more of a even out look as far as under eye concealer is concerned. It doesn't necessarily have to be that brightening. As you can see, this is probably just a hair, where maybe a shade lighter, but not like that much lighter than my actual skin tone, that it actually like blends in very well. And then we blend it out, feather it down, so it's not so stark. Okay, got that. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take an oldie but goodie. This is from Clinique. This is the Even Better Makeup with SPF 15. I'm sure the SPF has died by now. And this is in the shade Clove. This used to be my shade in a bottle. We shall see if it is still. We're gonna shake, 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 shake. This little bitty bottle is an ounce, so it makes you wonder how those big old tub be an ounce. This is the applicator. Let's get the brush we're gonna use to apply the foundation. And you know, I put my foundation on my brush. If it's in here, I feel like, okay, it was spurting. That should be good. And let's get to it. And it's still my shade. In a bottle. And I really like Clinique. And when I bought this initially, it was probably like $29. It's probably like running around $35 now. That's what, and that was years ago when I initially bought it, about $29. But compared to most mid-range or non-drugstore foundations, it's still in the very affordable, which is relative, subjective range. And again, this is my skin tone. It's thinner, so you're gonna have to build up. You can probably get up to medium coverage, but you're not gonna get full coverage with this, which I may or may not need. I don't think I need. Don't necessarily want. I just want something that's gonna make me polished, even me up. You know, just even everything up. Next, what is this? We're gonna take our, we're still using the Fenty Bright Fix Instant Brightening and Blurring Powder and Cinnamon. And you know that goes right under the eye at an angle and into the crease. My eye has not yet started to water, but I'll probably just jinx myself by saying that. I want to get into the frame. And I also apply this at an angle against the eye, following the line that I made with the concealer. And I'm bringing it down, feathering it down as well, like I feathered down the concealer. Next, we're going to take our Lancome Tinty Doll Ultra Wear Skin Refining Setting Powder that has a soft matte finish for all day setting, skin blurring, translucent coverage, and 04 deep. And I'll be getting rid of this packaging. This does not look to be refillable. That primer, skin primer I had, I believe is, but this powder is not. This comes with the puff. Has a subtle rose embossing. And we're gonna take that kabuki brush from Tarte that everyone loves. And we're just pressing. It's not giving me any kickback. And sometimes I will admit to, when I don't get kickback, I'm wondering, am I picking up anything at all? Because it's like, is it going on, you know, unless you have like straight up white bristles or something, am I actually getting product on the brush if it's not, you know, producing kickback? Because when you produce the kickback, you know you've scratched the surface. When you don't got it, you don't know if you're getting a product on the brush or not. Down the sides. And I'm also using this brush to smooth out the edges of the concealer under eye powder. So you can still see it's a little brighter under there, but it's not that stark. To me, it's pretty natural. You can let me know if you don't think so. But I think it's pretty natural. When you brush this stuff, smooth everything out and marry it all together. Okay. This is trash. I'm also working against the clock because Dion goes live tonight and at 8 o'clock, which is Thursday. It's Thursday the 19th. And I go see New Edition tomorrow. New Edition, Gloria Simmons, and Toni Braxton at Little Caesars Arena. So yeah, I'll be there amongst all those people. So if you're trying to stalk me, you won't be able to find me. Unless you've seen that movie, Trap. That was a good movie. It's called Trap and a Half. What's that boy? Is his name Josh Hartnett? I think his name is Josh Hartnett is starring in that movie. If you haven't seen it, it's good. It was really good. I enjoyed it. It's called Trap. Next, we're going to use as an eye primer. But you know what? Let's do face. I have two things here. I think I got two things. Oh, okay. So I have two items to choose from. The first is going to be what to do with it. And a little bit with it. Oh, there we go. Stuff be hiding in this little caddy. I have from Lancome the Blush Subtil palette. It's a contour blush, face sculpted and illuminating all-in-one contour blush and highlighter. From QVC, I got this. I did not see it on the Lancome website. And this is in the 182, which is rum raisin. If you can see that. This is the back. Now, I've looked all over on this packaging. I do not see the POA or the expiration on here at all. So, does it not expire? This is the packaging. And this is the situation. And I think this will go well with my palette I'm going to use. Then I have as an option from the Charlotte Tilbury line, the Hollywood Blush and Go Glide palette for glowing, lifted looking skin and pretty blush cheeks. This has a 24-month expiration. Let me know if you use either one of these little palettes. And this one is in medium, which is tan to deep and Doré Foncé. Let's take it out. So I thought it was going to be bigger than this, but in the grand scheme of things, how much blush and or highlighter does one person actually need? Packaging is cute, has a mirror, and that is the blush and highlighter. And we're going to compare that to this rum raisin, and they appear to be basically, and I did not know this, they're very close in color. This is a slight tad deeper. This is supposed to be the contour. It ain't contouring me. So which one shall I use? You get to pick. I'll wait. What we're going to do is we're going to do one on one side, one on the other. So let's start with the Lancome. And let's start with the blush, of course. We're going to use our Josie Maran blusher brush. And we're going to go into this, which is, I guess, the rum raisin color. And we're going to... And this color is kind of close to the blush that I got from Josie way back in the day. See, got some kick up, so I know I got in there. But I can also see it on the brush. Knock it off a little bit. Hit the cheek. Bring it up to the hairline. Hit that apple. And it's providing nice color, opacity. It's not too, it's very natural. Really like it. Very natural. And the brush is having it apply very well as well. Or two. Put a little bit more on and bring it down to, so it's not like this line. We're going to feather it a little bit. I like that. It's a nice flush of color. Now we're going to use the Charlotte Tilbury, and we're going to use this, what is this? This Mented, no, the Flawless foundation brush. I'm going to use it here. And that's giving me some kick up too, which I don't mind. There. Knock it off. Hit that cheek. Yeah, If you have one, you don't need the other unless it's about wear power, duration, branding, what else? You know, or like packaging. So I think, yeah, this is a little, the Lancome is a little deeper, but they're basically the same in tone. But both buildable. I think this has a little bit more like of a ruddy color in it. So even if I build this up, this will still be a little bit lighter in tone. Even if I built it up, I don't think it'll ever get to this depth. But they both apply very well. And I'm doing, of course, the same thing as far as the application. Next, we're gonna do the highlighter. We're gonna take this, what is this, a Luxie 640 Pro Precision Tapered brush. See, it's flimsy. Flimsy. Let's go into, and this little sliver. How they want you to get in there, so I'm going to use the tip. It's a little sliver in the Lancome, and it seems to have sparkle or shimmer in it. So I'm hitting the tip. I don't know if I'm getting anything, but I don't know. So I'm going to go on the Lancome side and hit the top of the cheekbone. And it tells you to go in like a C. That's not doing anything. Let's find something that can get in there and do something. Let's use the Lancome brush. Do an ender brush. Just the tip. Well, I'm gonna hit it with the tip on the edge, around it. Shake, and I'm gonna hit the tip here, and along the brow bone where they tell me, and it's like they gave me also a little booklet that came with this that tells you about suggested application. I'm going to use this to see if I can get, if I don't know, so I'm using this brush side to see if I can get some, okay, I see it now. See if I get any kind of payoff here, because I like a subtle blush, but I mean, this is really subtle. I mean, highlight. You barely see that. So let's see what happens with this brush into the Charlotte. Much bigger surface area. I'm going to use the sides versus the tip. I see powder kicking up. And okay. This is a little bit more visible. Not by much, but a little bit more visible. All right. I'm not going to mess with that contour that's in the Lancome, because that ain't going to do that. Next, we're going to focus on our eyes. I got this, was graciously sent to me by Dion from Dion Laura. That's her YouTube channel name. This is the MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in the shade, it's Fabstract. And this is, if memory serves me right, a brown. So I'm going to use this as my, what you call it, eye primer. Oh, I have been in it. Now I'm going to use my finger. I think I'm going to use my finger to try to warm it up a little bit. And to apply it to the eye. So it's giving me, and you see, color, but not. This would be great if it was a little lighter. So it's giving me a dark base. But I, could cancel this out by putting a lighter setting powder or powder on top of it. I'm just going around, following the eye contour, the bone there. Okay. All right. Put that up now. Let's get to it. The Empowered palette by Huda Beauty. And again, this is part of the poll. This is the most voted for one of the poll. Of course, it has a mirror. Whoop. And these are the colors. I'm trying really hard to remember why I wanted this so bad. Don't know why. But I got it. Even though I listed it, I was hoping that people would pick the Acne in Love. Just because it's more my color scheme. But this takes me out, of the comfort zone. Now, I think another reason why I bought this is because I didn't get that Bloom palette initially. So this was kind of, to me, a deeper version of that. It's reminiscent, but not a dupe. But it has the colors, like this color, these little peachy pinky tones in here. I think it's a burgundy situation in there, in the Bloom somewhere. And it has like these deeper, like this is a cream. This is a cream. Worthy here is a cream. So I could, I guess, use that as a base as well. I forgot about that. And then this color here called Manifest It. It's that funky shade that looks like it got like a little gel in it. But let's get started while I'm rambling. Got my trusty brushes here. Get them out the rubber band. All right. So first thing I want to do, that I want to do anyway, so I'm going to take number 2. Number 2 from my Alter Ego. We're going to go into... Wow. Let's go into... Let's go into Big Dreams. That's this one here. Let's see what happens. As soon as I put my brush in, kick up. This tends to be some type of lavender, not lavender, a gray purple, or cool tone grayed out purple. So we're going to put that on the lid. And it kind of is canceling out. It's still darkness, but it is going, smoothing out that edge of that paint pot that I put on. Again, I blow out my color. This helps with blending other things. So that's like a very subtle color there. I've gotten used to doing 2 different colors on my eyes, like 2 different palettes. So we're dipping back into the same palette. They used to been doing like little battles recently. And even if you don't want to subscribe and or necessarily watch my content, check out my community posts. I post like a little today I will most days, and like some little excerpts from newsletters that I think are uplifting, encouraging, and are appropriate for my channel and my audience. I also posted today. I was thinking about the color of the year, and I was trying to think back to what was my favorite color of the year. And apparently it was 2011's Fuchsia Rosé, or Fuchsia Rose. And so I looked up from 2000 up to present day, 2026, all the Pantone colors of the year. So I posted all the colors, and I asked the question, what was your most favorite and what was your least favorite? So my most favorite was the Fuchsia Rose from 2011. No, 2001. Sorry, from 2001. And then my least favorite is now, it used to be that Mocha Mousse from 2025, but they outdid themselves this year with Cloud Dancer 2026. Really. White. And then somebody posted, her name is Catnag. She posted, we talk in chat room, in people's lives in the chat. And she gave her favorite and least favorite. And then she also mentioned, it's kind of weird, and I never thought of it this way, that the color of year is white. And those type of implications. Who came up with that? It's kind of weird to choose maybe a black or white. It'll be the color of the year. It's like, I never thought of it that way. What do you think? You think that there's some undertone or connotation to that? Don't know. But when I looked at the Pantone colors of the year, I was reminded of colors I had forgot about, like Marsala and Greenery, and what was the other one? Viva Magenta, and Fairy Periwinkle, and then there was I think it was an iris, and then like what was it? Tiger Lily, Honeysuckle was very pretty, something chili, red chili or some chili, something like that. But take a look at the post, and maybe you'll be reminded of a color that you forgot about. I really got into it with the rate. I could have, and there, okay, also Radiant Orchid was good. And then I really got, I think it was called Ultraviolet or something, but I got into it with Sephora when they used to do the little collaborations with Pantone. They would have like a palette, lippies, nail polish, blushes, all kind of stuff. And then they kind of like stopped doing that. The last time I saw them do it was probably with Marsala. Yeah. Like at one time I think Butter London had the Very Perry and the Greenery one before. So yeah, let's go in now with I think I want to do Visionary right there. And I think some people, like, when I blew off that excess, because it was right above Worthy, which is that, what you call it, the cream, I could see how people say, well, it sounded like a little door or a flap over because, like, some of the particles got into that. But right now we're going to go into Visionary and put that on the lid. Ooh, I like that. That's that's pretty. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, go empowered. I'm feeling empowered. I'm feeling empowered. Are you feeling empowered? Look at that. Going into that inner corner a little bit. My niece is quiet in my room, making me a little nervous. You know, that's what they say when kids get quiet. They doing stuff they ain't got no business, so to speak. And what could she be doing in my room? Pray tell that I could be worried about? Well, all my makeup is in my room. She loves makeup. So she could be quiet because she's messing around in my stuff. And I'm resisting the urge to call her name out because I'm on doing this video. And I think that could be a little bit tacky or trifling. But I do want to yell her name out. What are you doing in there? Call nice and quiet because she was. The reason why I sent her in there is because she's out here being loud. So she goes into my room and then the noise ceases. So she's doing something. What? I won't find out until she comes out there. Isn't that pretty? That is very pretty. Now I cleaned the brush off. I'm just gonna go over the edge and where it's rounded and try to buff that out a little bit so it's not so you don't necessarily see that line there in the crease. Now what can I do is, now what can I put on? I think the only other way I can go is, you know what? Let's go with Legacy. We're gonna get a crease brush from LYS in Legacy. I know I'm going safe a little bit this time, but I think this will play off well with the color we just put down in the crease to bridge the gap between that darkness and that light color I just put on. So I'm bridging the gap. Okay, a little bit on this side, just so it'll be cohesive. And it also blends out that line. Next, we're gonna take the brush we just used, wherever I put it. Okay, this is the number 5 Alter Ego. And now we're gonna go into Confident, which is this deep burgundy tone here. We're gonna put that on the outer edge. Right here. And we're gonna give it a little edge there. And bring it up a little bit. I think that looks okay. What do you think? And I'm feathering it out a little bit for some shape, but like a feathered, blown out shape, so it's not so harsh of the eye. And when I close my eye, what happens is I get a glare that prohibits me from actually seeing in detail what I'm doing over here. I'll keep my eye open a little bit. I'm bringing that color like right into the center of the iris, but not all the way over. And then I'm turning the brush at an angle. Is this perpendicular? Perpendicular. I think that's perpendicular. And sweeping it over, but trying to keep that line. You feel what I'm saying? And then keeping that angle, but not too harsh. If you see me on the news, that's because my niece, I just heard something go snap in my room. Now, I got a chair in there, but it's something in it. So she's in my bed. So what could she possibly be doing to make something go snap? You know? What is she in there doing? But I'm resisting. Again, I like this side more than this side. I just do. Bring this over a little bit more. A little bit more, a little bit. Alright, now, I think I'm done there. What do you think? Or should I put something under the brow bone? I should have used this gold here. But where can I put it? Where do you think I should put it? I know what I'm going to attempt to do. I'm going to put it across the lash line and jack this whole thing up. So we're going to use this little smudgy brush here, which is a number 8 from Alter Ego. We're going to go into this gold called Charisma. And we're going to get some of that. I think, oh, it's flaky. Uh-oh. And it's moving around in the, it's moving around in the pan. I don't know if this is going to be a good idea. I'm going to do it, though. Because I'm going to do it, though. I'm not going to go all the way in to the inner eye. Not too bad. It's different for me anyway. Definitely different for me. We'll go back in. Try not to get no fallout. Any fallout, not no fallout. I'm trying not to produce a mess, but now I'm getting sparkle on my face. I'm like dipping the brush tip into the shadow, which is some type of gelée, and I'm just like tapping it along the lash line, sometimes dragging it a little bit, very lightly, because I'm trying to intensify the sparkle. Because what's the point of putting this on? Uh-oh. I done brought it out like a... Okay. Now I gotta wing it. Man, that is not what I was trying to do. But now I'm... Because see, it's not... Man. See what happens when you, This one's doing better than that side, though. As far as the wing's concerned, but... I might have to... I didn't want to have to put a liner on. But I think for definition, since I brought it out, I'm going to have to put a liner on to show the contrast of it. So I'm going to do that. So that's the Huda Empowered palette. I'm not sure if it's still available, but it's nice if you can get it on sale. I'll say, why not? So I think this stuff, okay, we're going to use the Lancome like coal, like crayon coal and noir. And I'm going to go right up under where I made this little fake wing. Just to show that there's something, to show that there is something there. Because it's getting like, it's like kind of like, I don't want to say it's blending into my skin, but it's, dang it. It just kind of, it's a contrast, so to speak. So, not necessarily loving that, but yeah. And I'm not going to go over my lid with it. Last line. Oh. Whew. Take a brush. I'm going to take this brush, the powder brush, try to get some of them gold sparkles off my face, and that's not going to work. They are there for the duration. So what do you think? I think when I elongated that shadow on the last line out, the brush touched and it started fading out, I had to do it on this side. But I think had I not done that, I would like it a little bit more. I'm not really loving this part of it, but what you gonna do? Now, what I am gonna do, I'm going to grab that Lancome face palette thingy. I'm gonna go back into this highlighter and I'm gonna put that under the brow bone because it has a little shimmer. Everything else in that palette, that Huda palette, was a little flat, matte. This has a little sheen to it, and it will awaken the color under the skin under the brow bone. And I'm just going to the arch and out. Not going inward, but under the arch, to the middle of the pupil, and then out. All right, next. We need some mascara. I'm going to be using that Curl Goddess that I don't particularly care for, but that's the one that's in the bag, in the carrier. So this is the Lash Idol Curl Goddess. She in there doing something. I hear stuff moving. And she know I'm on this, doing this video, so I can't be like, what you doing? Excuse me, Majesty. Yeah. Get out of my stuff. Like I can't hear that. I knew you was in there quiet for a reason. Sorry about that. So, do my little technique. I'm going under on the tips and combing through the top. And then combing through. I like the brush, even though it's curved, it's not a predominant curve. I knew she was in there doing something. You can't trust little kids for nothing. She's supposed to be on her phone, playing Roblox. And she in my makeup drawers. And then ain't got enough sense to still make the same amount of noise that she had been making if she was going to be snooping through my stuff. Which is funny because I gave her her own makeup that she doesn't live with me, but so she chose to take it home with her. And then when she comes over here, she don't have no makeup, so then she want to get into mine. But we're not gonna have that because I gave you and it's not like kitty makeup. I'm giving her stuff that I wouldn't use that I might have gotten out of a beauty box or something. I mean, I'm giving her name brand palettes because they didn't work for me, you know. So she could play in them, and lipsticks that I didn't necessarily like, which probably more than likely liquid lipsticks and like, you know, stuff like that. And then she's in my stuff, but it's kind of like nothing is as good as it is on somebody else's plate. Little kids love to eat off your plate. They can have the same thing on their plate, but they don't care. They want what's on your plate. Oh, okay, so this is better than I had remembered. But as you can see, I am going in with layers. I am having to do the layer thing here to get the definition, the length, the volume, and the intensity of the black that I want. Next, we're going to wipe off. We're not going to wipe off our makeup like we did last time, but we're going to wipe off our lip gloss. And I shouldn't have did that because I still got one more thing I got to do. We're going to need some brows here. We're going to use the brow wigs from Anastasia, Beverly Hills, in dark brown. And yeah, let's do it. I used to have stencils. I probably do somewhere. But I was using like a wax and a she called it a powder. I was using the stencils. So now I kind of like freehanded, and some days I get them really good, and some days it's like, ooh, what did you say? Who shot John and what for? I think that's okay. But see just how that little bit of brow gives a lot of definition and structure to the face and the look. We're going to go in on the other side. See, now she in there singing. She ain't had enough sense. That's what she was distracted and too involved in snooping in my stuff to sing. But had she been singing the entire time, I probably wouldn't have noticed that she was in there doing something. She could have still been snooping through my stuff. Kids ain't got no stealth, which is good, because that means they can't get nothing over on you. Okay, I'm all in the mirror now. I'm trying to match this up as best I can. You know? I need to fatten up this side. It's too thin. And I'm about to stop because it's getting out of hand. And brows will get out of hand on you. And there's no getting back. That's when you know you got two blocks on face. I'm gonna stop there so don't cause any problems. And see, like that color has migrated down underneath my eyelid, my eyelash, lash line. Now we're gonna do lips. I have some options for lips, but what is this? Oh man, I meant to use this. Yeah, too late to use that. Here she comes. Where's the? I'm looking for the. I have a lip liner. That I don't see. Did I get a lip there? A lip liner? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Can't find nothing. Can't see nothing. So, I have from Charlotte Tilbury 2 lippy products. After I get this leaky eye working against me. See, it's like splayed out. Okay. So I have the Pillow Talk Lip Cheat Reshape and Resize Lip Liner.
Just watching.
Oh. And then this is in the shade Pillow Talk Deep. Because regular Pillow Talk is too light for me, I think. And then this is her Pillow Talk Kissing Falling from the Lipstick Tree lipstick in Pillow Talk Deep. So there's a original, a medium, and a deep. I can do the medium, get away with that, but I do need the deep lip liner. So let's open this bad boy. And it's a pencil that needs to be sharpened. She has come out here now, so what was you playing with in there? Don't be smiling at me. What was you messing with? It better not be nothing looking crazy in my room, Majesty.
In that.
Huh?
In that.
You was in that lipstick drawer.
Yeah, just that.
So here is the color. Let's swatch it for you. They can't see you while you're trying to see. They still can't see you. Nah.
How you do that?
You watching me do it. Which means how I do it.
Because I don't want to do that.
Huh?
Because I don't want to do that.
You don't want to.
Can you teach me how to do it?
Just follow your lip line. All right. So that's Pillow Talk Deep. Put that back. Well, I don't need it in the box. What?
You have to go through all of this?
I have to go through all of it.
Yeah.
I already been through all of it. Now, what?
Finally.
This is the packaging. I do like the shape of her.
Oh, yeah, this is what I've been doing.
Why was you playing in my... Show me your arms. Show me your arms.
She has a lot of lipstick, and I love it.
They can't see that. Oh.
She has a lot of lipstick, and I love it. She's ticked.
And it's all on your pajamas.
No, right here, like right here.
Yeah, right here, right here, right here.
Yeah.
I know you was in there doing something in there, swatching my stuff. This is the shade of the lippy. There's the lip liner.
They couldn't even see it. Try that again.
Let me pull this down so I don't break the bullet. Isn't that pretty?
They can't see everything.
That's for me to see.
Oh, okay.
So if you're my shade, deeper, even tan, try the Pillow Talk Deep if the original, maybe even the medium, if you want it a little lighter, doesn't work for you. I find this to be very flat. It works.
Flattering?
Flattering.
Flattering.
Flattering. Oh boy. I'm gonna go back over just to a little bit on definition. Just a little bit. Not too much.
That's definitely a little bit. That's not a little bit. Oh, my cup wet. Oh, never mind. Right.
Now, I'm gonna spray the face for setting purposes.
So you just go like
Too far.
Does it burn?
No,
It looks like it.
but it'll suck you because the particles are big and they hit your face. I'm gonna turn my little fan on here. And go wipe your arms off so you get it all over everything, girl. Oh, she's been made to distract me. I forgot to show y'all. This is that little Dollar Tree spray I got. The Rose, Milky Rose facial hydrator thing. I'm using my little fan. And we are done. So this is using the winner of the poll that I posted, the Empowered palette. Do you like the look? Let me take these little clippy things out so I don't look completely nutty. I still gotta eat. I'm hungry. I have hunger. Yeah, I adjusted it on camera. I did. So what do you think? Is it a nice look? I really wish this didn't have spewed out, but it did. But so this is the look from the Empowerment palette. If you have any suggestions, recommendations about things like you want to see me use that I have, I'll of course go through my stash to see what I got. I think the next thing I'm gonna try is that I think the next one that was the next vote getter, so to speak, was the Cool Neutrals from Sigma. So I'll probably do that one next because I don't typically do cool looks. So that'll be a little bit of a change for the channel and for me. And I'll finally use it because I haven't used it. I've had it months and months and months and months. But I really like the look. I really love the lid color. The mascara surprised me, although I did have to go in and in and in and in. Eventually, I got a nice little finished product. The lash line, I really like. I hate that I made the mistake and hit the outside and made it go out, so that I had to do on the other side, and then it was just like glitter sitting there. So I used the liner, the black liner, to like ground it a little bit for contrast, and I guess it's okay. I'll have to refine that if I do that again or whatever, but I like it. And I like putting that color from that face palette from Lancome under the brow. It's very subtle, but there's a hint of color there, a little sheen. Brows are good. I didn't want to keep messing with them. That's the Anastasia. You can't go bad with the brow is. And the lip, I really like. It's comfortable. I think it's appropriate. I like, this is the Lancome blush. This is the Charlotte Tilbury blush. Which blush do you like better? Paint pot worked pretty good.
Can I see? I want to say, can I see?
I'm about to get off here. She done moved the lighting which is connected to the camera. Don't touch it. Because I'm trying to fix it. Don't fix it. I'm about to get off. She done came out the room and everything is going haywire.
You love me still.
Loving you ain't got nothing to do with you getting in the middle of my video. But I'm about to go. So like, comment, subscribe, check out my content. What else?
Like and share.
You can share it. Check out my community post. And let me know what your favorite color of the year has been since 2000. Or your least favorite. Again, mine is Cloud Dancer. I think that's crazy for 2026. My favorite was from 2001, which is Fuchsia Rose. And I am out of here. I'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
I didn't know what she's about to choke me or what. Bye.